We have been filming all day long. This is our last video of the night. The crew has already gone home, which is why we have Allie actually monitoring our audio for this video as we do it. We are doing it the DIY way.
That's right.
And in this
There's
video,
nobody back there.
In this video, we're going to go over how you'll know when you've outgrown the DIY method and might want to hire a producer.
So this channel is all about video production, content marketing, and also making money with YouTube and other video on other platforms as well. And that's so that you can continually up-level your video content and your quality while still keeping it fun. We have to have fun here at the studio and out and about wherever we're working.
Yeah, so whether you're doing a YouTube channel the DIY way and you're watching our videos to find out ways that you can better market your videos, make better quality videos, get better camera equipment, that's what we're here for. But in this video, we want to talk about sort of what happened, what's the next step in the progression, you know, when you get to that point where you are ready to hire somebody, bring somebody else on,
Right.
Because having no one behind those cameras and doing this all by yourself, it can get, you know, a little tiring.
Yeah, and I think of people that I've seen on YouTube for years that are either like at their desk in a bedroom or maybe they're in an office and they've been doing videos for years and they have great content. And it might look something like this. You know, here I am. I just have me framed in, of course, the frame, that's it. And I tell you something great. I teach you something wonderful. And a lot of these people are monetized. They're making good money. But we wonder about how long should you do that? That's the question here. How long should you keep doing that yourself as, you know, the one warrior?
Yeah.
Doing everything from prep to shooting to editing and posting, when you probably have gotten some really good leverage off of your channel now.
Yeah.
What if you went to the next step?
Yeah, it's totally possible. I mean, so many YouTubers are doing this completely by themselves. We've worked on over 30 different channels, and when we decided to launch our own channel, we're like, well, of course we're not going to hire somebody to do it because it's what we do every single day. It would be silly to spend those dollars on people like us when we are those people already. Right. But it's interesting because we've definitely met some challenges along the way of being our own producers. It can be a little tricky sometimes, you know, when you're trying to think about what am I going to say, what's the content, I want to make sure I'm delivering value, but also is my camera still recording? Does my audio sound okay? You know, what do I look like? Is my hair okay? I mean, we had a whole set of videos that we had to redo because the focus was off and I couldn't see it from the camera was too far away. And so you run into some challenges like that, that having a producer there, you know, really combats that.
Yeah, it's we've done a course on our own. Sometimes we film together. Sometimes we do film ourselves DIY, but we really love the ability to we've got 3 cameras here, and it really raises the production value. So if you have a DIY channel, you've done really well, but you don't know what the next level looks like, we thought we would maybe offer some of the reasons why you would go to working with a producer now. Really, like any business, if you think about it, any small business starts with the entrepreneur, the visionary, and they run their business. They're doing most of the work. Maybe it's a restaurant or some other business like that where it's their ideas, their recipes, them out hosting out front. They're the one doing the work, and then they start to slowly hire people. But at some point, that restaurant owner actually wants to get another restaurant or a chain, and there's no way they're going to be able to keep doing that. So it's kind of that same idea.
Yeah, it's all about scalability, right? Like you can only do so much. And, you know, if you already have a channel, you know that YouTube is a really great way to scale yourself, to duplicate yourself. But doing the work, it can make such a big difference when you have a team doing this work for you. There's times where, you know, I'm going to be the editor of these videos, and then there's times where I'm going to be sending it to somebody. And to have that ability to be able to just show up for the filming day and then send that footage off to somebody that I know is going to take really good care of it makes a huge difference. So having that option to scale, to make YouTube its own business beyond just I'm going to show up and I'm going to pump out these videos and I'm going to make it happen is a big deal.
Forever. Because you know once you start that YouTube beast, that it's a hungry beast. It wants that content regularly, and it's forever or until you quit or blow up or burn out.
Burnout, yes.
It kind of reminds me too, you just recently finished this beautiful house and
Yes.
building that process. I've done several remodels with our real estate business, and we did some that were from the ground up, but I'll tell you, it was really nice at a certain stage to say, we're all done with the rewiring and the plumbing. We're going to have someone else do the drywall, and then we'll come back and paint.
Yeah.
And that's sort of the idea here too. If you really want to scale your business and expand, or maybe there are more things, like I said, now there are people you'd like to partner with, grow your business further. You've grown a name, you've got this influence. Well, why not apply that to more things, like partnering up with other channels, also their businesses, maybe funding. There's just no limit unless you're stuck still behind the camera or in front of the camera and doing all your own editing.
Well, and it's that idea of knowledge, right? So speaking of this house, there was a lot of things that we were like, this will be really fun to learn how to do it. You know, we bought some tools, we did some projects the DIY way, and it was really fun. But then if you look at this brick wall back here, we considered doing it ourselves. Didn't seem like it would be that hard. And then we ended up deciding to hire somebody. It took him 7 days. He was incredibly talented, and it turned out beautiful. And we were so grateful that we hired somebody, because the learning curve of that was just insane. For, you know, he had to place each individual brick, and it took a long time. And so there is a point where, you know, maybe you have certain skills, maybe you feel comfortable, but there's more knowledge out there of something that you don't know how to do, or somebody that can help take you to that next level too, right? Like, whether you started your YouTube channel and learned all the skills then, or you already had those skills, there's skills other people can bring to the table that maybe you're like, I don't want to learn that, but I want to up level to that, you know, that level, but I don't want to take the time to learn it.
Yeah, a good example would be like all the technical skills of up leveling your cinematography, your audio. Do you really want to buy all those things, or maybe benefit from someone else who already has that equipment, and more than that, the headspace to think about that for you?
So bringing on a team really just means that you're able to reclaim your time. And then from there, you're able to actually get more creative, right? So like right now we have 3 cameras set up. We're seated. We're not going to be doing a whole lot of movement. We're not going to have a lot of gimbal work or anything. It's just, we set up the shot so it looks nice. We don't have anyone behind the camera. So if I come over here, they can't follow me. I'm out of frame. And so having that additional person allows you, you know, some more creative elements. Maybe you can talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, just so much more freedom. Sebastian on our team is so great with the gimbal, same with Stefania. All of us love to use the gimbal. That just gives our client or each other on our channel so much more opportunity to do something creative, to follow someone through a space, to do an outdoor video. We have some examples we can show you of, you know, music videos, other things that people have expanded to from their YouTube channel that they want to do that's more creative. In addition to having more camera angles, more movement, more time for different lighting, more locations. You don't want to check all your stuff all by yourself in one day. Having more locations adds production value. You also have the opportunity to do things like a course, or maybe you need a promotion. Now that you're not doing all the production yourself, with having a producer, you can also create, with these business opportunities and partnerships, now you can do promotional videos, and you can have more ads if you need them, or build these courses, more digital products.
Yeah. We actually just started with a new client that says, I do not like sitting. I refuse to sit. Now, if he was trying to do his own channel, it would be a little, I mean, you could still stand and not really move, but he was like, I like to be able to take up a lot of space. I like to be able to walk up. And so having a person there that, you know, just allows for that movement. If I wanted to stand and walk, then the person behind the camera could follow me around the room. So I enjoy sitting, so it works okay for me. But for some people, they're like, if I'm sitting, and we actually had him sit in one video, and he was just like slowly just melted into
sinking.
It really made a huge difference. Like his whole energy just died. So again, having that person, and then having somebody too that can sort of bounce ideas off you. They're going to be listening to you. They're going to be able to say like, hey, that didn't make any sense. Like at the end of this video, I might have said something really strange. Luckily I have Allie here, but if I was by myself, you know, I might say something that makes no sense at all. And having a producer behind that camera say, hey, can you say that again? Or that didn't make sense. They can be your first audience, which is really powerful.
Yeah, and it's beyond videography. You are actually having someone who is with you all the way through the process, planning ahead, learning about your voice, your business, how you want to present. Because sometimes that's the fear. Oh, if I bring someone else on, they're going to change my content or change me. How are they going to know? How can anyone know better than me how my channel should be? And that's, I think, what sometimes causes people to hesitate to get help. If they're a good producer, they're not going to change you. They will only enhance what you are and maybe bring some fresh ideas, because as the generosity that producers have, it's a skill set I think that people already have where they want to make the most of who you are. And it's a personality type compared to maybe videographer, which videography work is a specific job and role. It's a time when it has its place. Yeah. You show up and you film the thing that you've been hired to film, but it doesn't mean that you have the whole follow through from beginning to end. You deliver your footage at the end of the day to your client and then you're on your way. Or if you are editing, you're just putting together what they told you. By having a producer, you have multiplication of ideas at the same time as enhancing who you are, not taking away from it.
Yeah, you get to still be the executive producer of your channel. I think that's really important. A lot of times, I know for me, I always feel like, well, I'm going to do this the very best. Like, this is my baby. This is my thing. Like, I'm going to put my whole heart into it. How is somebody else going to be able to take over and do it as good as I am? And I think the whole point is that you don't have to step completely away. Maybe you want to. Some people do want to just be like, I just want to show up. But if you still want to have a big role in what that looks like, you absolutely can do that. It's not about just saying, here, take my channel that I've worked so hard at building and just do it now. It's just a collaboration, right?
Yeah, much more collaborative. And just like, again, like any other business that you want to scale and go bigger with, it's help that makes more of your great idea. It should never take away from who you are or what you've already built. It should only take you further.
So basically, to answer the question, if at this point in your journey of having a YouTube channel, you're feeling any of those things where you're ready to scale, you're looking to up level creatively, or sort of feeling some sort of burnout, then it might be time for you to look at bringing on a team.
Having a producer to help you could work in whatever way fits best for you. It could just be consulting at first to add more creative ideas, helping you to expand what you're doing. It could be adding someone to help you create content or the filming. You could break each piece up, or you get an A to Z full done for you service so that you can now follow the progress of these businesses that you've built with all your hard work and monetization and all the digital products and other things that YouTube allows you to do as a solo DIY YouTuber who now needs to take that entrepreneurial spirit and maybe build more businesses.
Yeah, we have really loved putting together our YouTube channel, but what we really love to do is help people grow their YouTube channel, be producers for people. One of my very favorite things that we often hear from our clients is they'll say, wow, you made me feel really comfortable. And like doing these YouTube videos is really fun for me, but that is everything. Like knowing that because I was there, that they felt more comfortable and I was able to pull something out of them. We're huge storytellers. I'm very big into editing. I do a lot of the post-production. She does a lot of that pre-storytelling. And getting to do that is really, really fun for us. And getting to meet somebody for the first time that's just like, I don't know how to do this. And then being able to pull out this really incredible thing from them that they didn't know that they had within them is my favorite thing in the world.
I feel like it's an ability that producers have to be interested in other people, to listen very closely, to be gifted with the ability to observe people and understand them, and then to take that and say, we know what your talents and gifts are. Now let us make you shine.
Mm-hmm.
And when they come and they're a little scared and a little nervous the first day, and they thought, I don't know, people feel like maybe a producer or people behind the camera are going to be judgmental. And then to have them feel like this was such a friendly experience and I felt so confident, that's what's rewarding to me. So if that seems like something you may be ready to explore, we actually have an option for you.
If you're interested in potentially working with our amazing team, working with us, who are also pretty amazing, I must say, click the link below and you can talk to a producer and we can help you figure out, whether you decide to work with us or not. We can also just help you figure out, are you ready to take it to that next level? We can do a channel analysis and just decide, where maybe we could help you or where you could help yourself if you want to continue the DIY way.
In the end, we're dedicated to providing great content here on the channel, answering any questions here. Just remember, we're your video allies. You've got this, we've got your back, and we can't wait to see what you've created or want to create. And if you need some help with that, we're here for that too.